interrupt our regularly scheduled programming to bring you this local Pueblo sports broadcast. This is Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo, 1350. Let's head courtside and join the voice of the pack, Jim Brooks.
And thank you very much. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Massari Arena for tonight's Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference doubleheader. Adams State is in town to take on the Thunderwolves. Csu-Pueblo's women on a 9-game winning streak. They're now 9-1 overall. More importantly, 4-0 in the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Longest winning streak since they've had since the 1975-76 season, which that team was able to get to 11 in a row. So if you're on that kind of watch, thinking about when the Thunderwolves might break a record, well, tonight's game, when you look at the grand scheme of things, you don't want to ever say any game's a walkover, but this is a game where the Thunderwolves should have a little bit of an advantage against Adams State. As Adams State coming in to tonight's ball game, they are 1-3, but their most recent outing was a victory last night as they defeated Western State 71-65. So maybe they're up and coming here, but you think the Thunderwolves would have an advantage coming into this ball game. If they win that, I'd run it to 10 in a row. That means next in 2 weeks, when the teams get back together after the Christmas break, it'd be 2 weeks from today, as a matter of fact, when they play at Regis on a Saturday afternoon, when the Thunderwolves would have a chance to match that record, and then they would go out on the road against Chadron State if you're looking ahead to maybe the Thunderwolves getting to 12 in a row. Now, I know Jim Turgeon doesn't want to look that far ahead, but hey, it doesn't matter to us, right? We can look that far ahead. So if you're looking for Thunderwolves records, that's where it's at. This Thunderwolf Ball Club last night, I thought last night was a pretty impressive victory, considering the opponent. Fort Lewis is one of the perennial powers in the RMAC. And it was the kind of game, we talked about it early, when you have two high-flying offensive teams, a lot of times what it turns into is kind of a defensive match, because both teams know the other team can score, so they really lock things down on defense. And I think both teams kind of struggled last night because the effort was there. Both teams playing defense, but in the second half, Thunderwolves started to get out on the break, get some easy buckets, and eventually with a 25-point fourth quarter, which was really impressive, and up winning the ball game by 14, winning it going away. That's the thing about this characteristic of this ball club this year. You can keep them down for a little while, but they're eventually going to hit you with a pretty good knockout punch. And 30 a week ago down in Silver City against Western New Mexico in the third quarter. They had a 24-point quarter against Highlands, and last night a 25-point quarter. So may keep them down for a little bit, but eventually they're going to come with a pretty good offensive run, and they're made up of a very good ball club. Very impressive with the two young freshmen down on the block. And then you got the toughness of Ashley Piper out there really helping things out. And then what can you say about Tule Sue Anderson, everything she's done so far this year? We've talked about it before. There was a chance she wasn't going to come back after Kip Drown took the job down in Georgia, but she thought about it, and parents got together and talked about it, and they decided, you know what, I'm going to come back to Csu-Pueblo, and we are glad she did. I'm sure she's certainly glad she did as well, as she is lighting it up. And she is, it's not too early to say that she's a potential player of the year candidate, I think, in this conference, the way things are shaping out. She leads the conference in steals. She's right up there in scoring, and does it all. Really gives the Thunderwolves what they need, give them a chance to win night in and night out. We talked about the young freshman underneath. Molly Rohr, maybe not her best night last night, but Lauren Hine, the freshman out of Loomis, California, she had 16 points, and she just has an edge to her. The way she plays inside really gives the Thunderwolves some toughness on the inside. I really like her game, and defensively it's tough for anybody to get the ball inside. And we'll talk to Jim Turgeon in a little bit, but he pointed out, I think it was a 25-5 last night in the paint. The Thunderwolves outscoring Fort Lewis, and that was with the two big players, Hine and Rohr. At one point in the game, they were 0 for 12 at one point early on, because Fort Lewis really concentrated, taking them out of the ball game. But as the game wore on, that inside strength really took its toll on Fort Lewis, and the Thunderwolves able to come up with a win. Thunderwolves sit atop the Mountain Division of the conference. They're at 4-0. They're tied with Mines. Mines last night a tough one at home against Mesa. They won 63-60, so they both sit there at 4-0. Western New Mexico with another win last night. They are 3-1. That's the top of the Mountain Division. On the other side of the bracket, in the Rocky Division, Black Hills State, they look tough. 4-0 they are, as they won last night impressively over Highlands 70-38. And tonight they will take on Western New Mexico, so that should be a pretty good matchup on the women's side of the bracket in the RMAC. After that, they have a nice 2-game cushion right now, does Black Hills State. Mesa, UCCS, Metro, and Regis all sit at 2-2 on the other side of the ledger. We'll take this time out. We'll come back. We will talk to the head coach, Jim Turgeon. That all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to the Thunderwolves pregame show, and joining me now, head coach Jim Turgeon. Jim, I thought it was a very good win last night.
Yes, it was. Fort Lewis is a really good team. They're going to win a lot of games. They play very good defense. It was a struggle the first half. I think for both teams, we were just lucky and had to run the second half. We weren't lucky. We deserved it, but we got to run the second half to make the difference.
Well, the key to the ball game all game long was your defense. You really held them down, took them out of their game. They hit some long-range threes, but that's pretty much all they had. They couldn't get into the inside.
Yeah, I think we outscored them like 25-5 inside or something like that. They're a good shooting team, but a lot of times how they get their shots is when they drive and kick, and we held them over 20 points under their average. So I think we did play pretty good defense.
Plus in the second half, seems like you got the pace up, got some easy baskets, got out on the break a little bit.
Yeah, they play outstanding defense, so if we can get out and get some easy baskets before they get set in their defense, it's good for us, and we were able to do that in the second half.
Well, you're looking at tonight's opponent here in Adams State. They're a team that's kind of struggled this year, but that's no excuse for your team to let off the gas.
No, absolutely not. In fact, they won last night at Western, and I thought when we played Western, I think we beat them by 18 or 20, but I thought they were a much improved team. So for them to beat them at Western, they must be improved. So and they could shoot it a little bit. This team could shoot it a little bit too. So we want to go out into Christmas break on a high, and everybody go home with a smile on their faces. So that's what our goal is tonight.
Well, you kind of touched on it. Their strength may be shooting the basketball. What else can we look for in this ball game?
Well, I think we have advantage at every position, really. But I think if we put some pressure on them, I don't know how well they'll handle the pressure. And maybe that way they'll take away some of their shooting. We're going to really try to pressure the ball.
And one thing I've noticed about your ball club this year, looks like you're rebounding the ball pretty well, and that's really a tough nut to crack for any team coming in trying to beat you. They know they're going to have to work really hard inside.
Yeah, we've been out, particularly Lauren. Lauren's just been outstanding. She's an absolute ball hawk. And then Maddie Bigley that comes in for her is a good rebounder too, and all of them are. I mean, Piper. I mean, they just go get the ball. You can't. I'd like to take credit, like I taught them that, but it's a motor that they got inside, and we're pretty good at that. And when you can rebound, you got a chance to win a lot of games.
Yeah, it's too easy an excuse to say, well, we're not big enough to get rebounds. Rebounds kind of like an attitude, isn't it?
Well, it really is. It's about toughness. Just wanting to go do it and not being lazy and having a lot of energy. And I think our players got that, and that's something they have inside of them that really hasn't been taught. And you can do it at any size. In fact, Dee, she's like 5'5", and I think she's our third leading rebounder now. So that just goes to prove your point.
All right, good luck tonight.
All right, thank you.
All right, Thunderwolves head coach Jim Turgeon back in the starting lineups. Opening tip-off all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves getting set to take on the Grizzlies of Adams State. You're with us right at the start. Thunderwolves coming in 4-0 in conference play now. And they have run their overall record now up to 9-1, and those 9 are 9 in a row. So win tonight would get them to 10 in a row, their longest winning streak since 1975-76 season. A team that eventually won 11 in a row. So they're in getting close to uncharted territory for Thunderwolves women's basketball program. And this team, Jim Turgeon, he admits it. He goes, I was very lucky to inherit some of the talent I got here. And he's just waiting for the day maybe he can put his stamp on it with some of the players he wants to bring in. But the ones that kicked around left here are pretty darn good. And the two freshmen, just unbelievable how good they've been down inside. And when you consider you had to replace the likes of Katie Neff inside, they're kind of doing it by committee with these two big players inside, Hine and Rohr. They can not only block shots, they rebound the ball well, and they also, if they have maybe a little bit more of a strength than Katie had maybe at this point in her career when she was a freshman, they can score it a little bit too. They can both go right, go left, and they seem to be able to work their way around the basket pretty effectively. And then you add to that Csu Anderson kind of rounding into her game. She still does a few things out there that kind of drive you nuts as a coach, but she does all those good things too, scoring in double digits pretty much every night. She leads the Thunderwolves in scoring. Her average up to around 15 points a game now to lead the Thunderwolves. Teams have gathered around their respective. Well, Adams State, they haven't even come out yet here. They just made their way out of the tunnel to our right. So I guess they're warming up. They didn't need to practice anymore. They come right out of the locker room to the bench. We're going to take this time out. We'll come back. We'll have the starting lineups and the opening tip-off. It all comes your way next. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo.
The home of the Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves is here. Fox Sports 1350. KCCY Pueblo.
And welcome back to Massari Arena. Let's join Dave Miller for tonight's starting lineups.
Number 12, Jonette Brown. A 6'1" freshman from Spring Creek, Nevada. Number 20, Maddie Merschel. A 5'6" junior from Boulder, Colorado. Number 23, Lena Jaycox. And a 5'11" sophomore from Alamosa, Colorado. Number 25, Nicole Broyles. The Grizzlies are coached by Larry Joe Hunt.
Thank Dave Miller each and every home game. They had a little malfunction there, and our mic might have went off, but that's all right. Tell him to turn it back on. He had it on halfway through, and then he turned it off. But it's okay. He'll have another chance. You'll have another chance, Dave, later tonight. 1 out of 2. All right. Okay, here we go. Set to go courtside. Sit at Dave's Social Press Row. The high honor of doing that. Dave, if you're listening, hope you're doing well. Thunderwolves move it left to right as we look at it. Molly Rohr to jump center against Merschel, and the Thunderwolves control the tap. Arrieta with it over onto the right side. Now goes left side to Anderson, working against a zone defense. Back across the side to Arrieta. Now up top. Here's Csu into the corner. Piper's open. Jumper on the way. High arch. In and out. Won't go. Ball tapped around inside. And it comes out on the wing, and it's picked up there by McHenry for Adams State. No score here in the early going. Just underway from Massari Arena. Glad to have you along with us tonight. Lena Jaycox controlling the tempo outside. Point guard for the Grizzlies. Works around the screen. Down the lane she goes. Kicks it out into the corner. Jonette Brown with it. Now up top. They work the ball around the perimeter. Now to McHenry onto the left side. To Jaycox. Up top. Three-pointer on the way by McHenry. Swish. Good start for Adams State. They lead it 3-0. Arrieta with the ball outside. To Csu into the corner to Rohr. Can't get the jumper off. Goes down low to Heim. Banks it up. No. Missed it. And the rebound to Jaycox. Feed down to the baseline. Brown with it now for the Grizzlies. Pulte comes up top. Three-pointer on the way by Jaycox. It's good. Good start here for the Grizzlies. They lead it 6-0. They were 0-3 going into last night in the conference. They won one at Western State. Here they are. Here's Csu Anderson back the other way, and she rattles one home from 3. Nothing but triples here in the early going. 6-3, Grizzlies on top. Here's Jay Cox. Dribbles around a screen. Picked up there by Arietta. Bumps into that's an offensive foul. A push and a shove out front on Maddie Marshall, setting the screen. She just shoved Arietta into Jay Cox, and that was an easy call.
Hey, regular one up. Regular.
So Thunderwolves ball here, trailing at 6-3 in the early going. Arietta brings it across the timeline. Over onto the right side to Anderson, into the corner to Hine. Now back to Arietta up top. They swing it around left side. Anderson dribbles into the paint, goes up, goes into the corner. Open is Roar for the jumper off the back iron. No good. Arietta with a rebound on the baseline. Outside to Csu. Another three-pointer on the way. Left it a little short. Rebound to Hine underneath. Feeds it outside to Piper. Up top to Csu. Right side Arietta. She's open for 3. It's on the way off the back iron. No good. Long rebound again to Hine to Arietta. Left side to Piper. It's a shooting gallery out there. Now to Arietta on the wing. Up top to Csu. Holds it. Down inside. Roar turns, faces, and threw the ball away. She expected Hine to stay in the corner. Hine was going to come down the baseline, and Roar sent it over her head out of bounds. So 6-3, Grizzlies still on top. 7:35 to go here. First quarter. Remember, we play quarters now in women's college basketball. I kind of like it. I kind of wish the men would go to the same thing. Reset the fouls, do it all the same way. Here's Marshall onto the left side. McHenry on the wing. Starts a drive to the baseline. Cut off there, but goes up with a shot anyway and doesn't get it to roll. Ball on the baseline. There's Arietta with another rebound. She gets it ahead to Piper. Right in front of the Adams bench down the way. Up top to Arietta. Now she drives into the paint. Nice back pass to Hine, and she banks it in. Give the assist to D. Arietta. It was a beauty. Arietta had 6 assists last night. Really picked up that part of her game this year. Here's a feed up to the high post. Marshall onto the left wing to Jay Cox. Down and threw it away. Tried to get it down on the block to McHenry, and the ball sailed by her right hand out of bounds, so a turnover to the Thunderwolves. 6-5. Adams State, they scored the first 6 of the game. Thunderwolves have come back to 5 in a row of their own.
Hey, let's push. One push. Hey, you see
Little delay here. It's something settled along the bench, and now we're ready to go. Arietta will bring it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. Angles to the left wing. Up top to Csu Anderson. She starts to drive into the paint, pulls up, lobs it underneath to Roar. Roar goes up with the right hand hook, banks it up off the ice, no good. Rebound comes outside. It's loose on the deck. Piper ties up. Jay Cox held ball. It will belong to Adams State on the alternating possession. Piper out. Mariana Lambert into the game. If you heard our post-game interview last night with Ashley Piper, you know she's not feeling well. Now it's got to be Adams State ball here. They had the Thunderwolves ready to trigger in. Now they get that change. But a few of the Thunderwolves battling a little bit of a, wouldn't call it the flu, but it's a little bit of a cold virus. Ball on the right side. Here's McHenry up top. Into the ball game now. Lauren McDonald. Feed up top. Here's a three-pointer on the way by McHenry. Swish. 9-5. All 3 field goals from downtown for the Grizzlies. Here's some pressure. Thunderwolves break it. Lambert at the top of the key. Skips it over left side to Csu on the wing. Drives in. Feeds it underneath. Wide open. Roar goes up with the reverse. Left it short. Rebound to Hine. Back to Roar. Little shot up. No good. Shot an air ball. And a rebound to Adams State. Here's a long feed up ahead on the baseline. Marshall. Now up top, they swing it left side. Jay Cox. Down low to Marshall. Now backs out on the wing. Comes up top with it. They work the ball around the perimeter. They go left side with it to Wilkes, who's into the ball game now for the Grizzlies. 9-5. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Adams State with the lead. Jay Cox spins into the lane. Pulls up, little 10-foot runner. Missed it badly. Rebound to Arietta. Brings it across the timeline on the fly. Angles to the right wing. And the ball knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by the Grizzlies. Jay Cox able to get her hands in on it there. Moore and Beagley into the ball game. Roar and Hine come out for the Thunderwolves. 9-5. Adams State with the early lead here. They're going to make a substitution here as Nicole Broyles checks in. And Marshall comes out. Broyles, a hometown product out of Alamosa. Inbounds pass to Arrieta. Onto the right side to Tule-Sue Anderson. Now to Arrieta, left side. To Lambert, skips across court to Arrieta. Now she skips across court to Tule-Sue. Won't take the jumper. Drives in on the baseline. Pulls up little runner. In and out. No good. Rebound loose on the baseline. Picked up there by Adams State. They come back the other way with it. Racing into the forecourt. Wilkes goes right side to Jaycox. Back to Wilkes. Skip it left side. Here's McHenry. Now up top to Wilkes. Now on to the right side to Jaycox. Jaycox up top to Wilkes. Directing traffic. Hands the ball off. Shot clock down to 10. On the left side to Jaycox. Step back three-pointer on the way. High arch off the back iron. No good. And the ball batted out of bounds. That should belong to Adams State. Last touch by Angie Moore. Moore had the position, but she couldn't secure it. Media timeout, 4:39 to go here in the first quarter. Adams State off to a good start. They lead it 9-5. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. 9-5 early lead here for the Grizzlies. Glad to have you along tonight here on Fox Sports Pueblo. Or if you're watching the Stretch internet feed. Inbounds pass on the right wing. They come up top to Jaycox. Onto the right side, McHenry. She has 6 points in the ball game. Goes down on the block. Turning, facing, little left-hand hook left short. There by McDonald. Thunderwolves have the rebound. Anderson will bring it across the timeline. Angles to the right wing. Stops. Won't pop. Goes underneath. Open underneath. And Beagley missed the layup. Gets her own rebound. Goes up in traffic. And she is fouled. Larry Joe Hunt, the head coach of Adams State, wanted a jump ball called there. He might have a pretty good argument, but looks like they got her down low. And a foul on Nicole Broyles. That's the second team foul against Adams State. So it'll be Beagley to the free throw line. 63% on the year. Free throw on the way. Swish. And substitution, Shannon Patterson going to check in the ball game for the first time. D. Arrieta gets a break. Second toss, in and out, no good. So 1 out of 2. That's the kiss of death. I'd already filled in my little circle for the free throw there by Beagley. Here's a long three-pointer by Jaycox. Good. Well, Adams State, they've decided to come out and just launch. So far, it's working for them. They're up 12-6. Here's Tule-Sue Anderson on the left wing. Up top to Patterson. Patterson holds it there on the right side. Now back to Patterson. Moves into the free throw line. Goes outside. Tule-Sue's open for a three-pointer. In and out, no good. She was about a foot behind the three-point line there. I don't know if that altered the shot at all or what. Usually she's deadly when she's all alone. Here's a spin on the baseline. Right-hand hook up, no good. Rebound loose. Moore has it for the Thunderwolves. Looking for a guard. Now it gets it to Patterson. Patterson will bring it across the timeline. Fires it in to Tule-Sue on the right wing. They look to trap. Now back to Patterson. Almost walked with it. Now up to Moore, high post. Now outside to Lambert. Now to Patterson. She drives in, has the ball knocked away and stolen. Back come the Grizzlies. They got a 2-on-2 breakout here. Feet up ahead. Here's Jaycox in for the right. Lays it in. She has 8. Timeout Thunderwolves. They find themselves down by 8. 3:11 to go here in the first quarter. It's a 30-second timeout. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. A couple finals from the conference tonight already in. South Dakota Mines defeats Highlands 87-55. Black Hills over Western New Mexico clobbered them 76-47. The final there. Metro leads Regis 27-24 there at halftime. Here's Piper on the right wing into the corner to Beagley. Now up top to Patterson. Now to Lambert, left side to Piper. Into the corner, Moore. They work the ball around this perimeter of this zone, but Adams State very active out there right now. Piper drives in and they reach in and foul her. And the foul on Corella Allen. Third team foul on the Grizzlies. Thunderwolves have yet to commit a team foul here in the first quarter. Once you get to 5, you shoot free throws. Inbounds pass to Lambert on the left wing. Now up top to Patterson. Onto the right side, Piper. Into the corner to Beagley. Now they give it off to Lambert. Left side, Piper open. Can't get the shot off, though. Lobs underneath, ball knocked away, but goes right back to Piper. In from the left shot, no good. Late whistle foul. Looked like a pretty obvious call. It's just the whistle came a little late by Jess Martinez, probably the senior member of this crew. Carlos Torres and Leon Lopez, the other officials. Piper at the line to shoot a pair. Free throw up and good. Piper on the year, 79% from the line. With that free throw, it ups it up to 80%. Now 16 out of 20. One more for the senior out of Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Spins it up and it rims in there. Arietta back in. Patterson will come out. 14-8. Adams State with a 6-point lead and the basketball. Thunderwolves go with a little full court pressure here, but they break it. Jaycox in from the left, goes all the way in. Late whistle. Same way. Foul on Piper. So it'll be Jaycox to the free throw line. She's a 73% free throw shooter. As a team, Adams State 67% on the year. They average 15 makes a game. High arch, in and out, no good. Jaycox with 8 points in the game already. Her season average is 8.7 an outing, so she's right there at this point. Second toss, good as she snaps the twines. Makes it 15-8. Adams stay with the lead. Thunderwolves break the pressure pretty easily. Lambert on the right wing, but can't get anything done with it. Now up top to Arietta. Moves into the top of the key. Goes left side to Piper. Down into the corner to Moore. Moore holds it high. Drives the baseline. Is in. Goes up. Hit the bottom of the backboard, but gets the rebound. Missed it. Rebound underneath belongs to Adams State on the board there. Marshall gets it on the right wing. They skip it over on the left side now to Carly Land, who's into the ball game. On the left side to Jaycox. Now hands it off to Land. She starts to drive on the wing. Spins, walk to the ball. Good defense there by Arietta. Thunderwolves with a slow quarter to this point. 8 points.
Hey, push in the regular.
They were a little sluggish last night until Tule-Sioux hit a jumper at the buzzer to give them 13 for the quarter. Here's Piper at the top of the key. On the left side to Lambert. Lambert now to Piper. Piper starts to drive to the free throw line. Cut off there. Keeps the dribble alive, then loses it. It goes right to Arietta. She's open. 3 ball on the way. In and out. No good. And the rebound inside belongs to Adams State. On the fly, bringing it out of there herself. Getting Ed Carly Allen onto the left wing. Driving the baseline. Land with it. Now back off to Brown. Goes up and banks it in. Josette Brown with a bucket. It's 17-8. Adams State with a 9-point lead. Here's Lambert. Adams State flying all over the court here. They had a lot of energy. They knocked the ball loose. Piper gets it back. Drives in from the wing. Lost control of it. Another turnover on the Thunderwolves. They're rattled here in this first quarter. Allen brings it across the timeline to the free throw line. Goes over onto the right side to Jaycox. Down on the block. Turning, facing, driving the baseline. In, shot, no, but a foul on the Thunderwolves. Good move there by Maddie Marshall. They're going to call a foul on Moore. So to the free throw line, Maddie Marshall, freshman out of Spring Creek, Nevada. She averages 3 points a game, 75% from the free throw line. Free throw up, in and out, no good. Thunderwolves come in with the 2 freshmen twin towers underneath, Hine and Rohr back in the game. Thunderwolves with their original starting 5 out there now with under a minute to go here in the first quarter. Second toss is up and good by Marshall. So 1 out of 2 on this trip. It's a 10-point lead for the Grizzlies, 18-8. 54 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Inbounds pass to Arietta. Kills the dribble, feeds it ahead to Hine. Back pass to Piper. She'll break the pressure, gets it across the timeline. Triple team, but got rid of it to Arietta. Fires it left side to Tule-Sioux. She starts to drive, cut off, up top to Piper. She's open, 3 ball blocked. And the rebound underneath to McHenry. She has the ball at the top of the key, comes over onto the left side. Starting to drive, Carly Land gets it back to McHenry. McHenry gets a screen, kills the dribble, comes left side. They lob it underneath. Bump from behind. That's got to be a foul on Piper. And not not over the limit. That's only the third team foul on the Thunderwolves, so it'll be Adams' ball underneath. They can go for the last shot here of the quarter. Thunderwolves going to their bench. Jasmine Johnson in the ball game. Piper has to leave with those 2 fouls. Ball triggered in on the baseline. Into the corner. They're going to launch a three-pointer, and it banks in. That's hard to bank one in from the baseline, but Amber So just did it. Ball grazed off the side of the glass and dropped through there. Never in a million years could you do that again if you needed to save your life. 21-8. Thunderwolves down by 13. Back the other way, and Allen's fouled outside. Running left-hander, no good, but that'll be team foul number 5 against Adams State. So that means free throws upcoming here for Jasmine Johnson. Foul called on Carly Land. Free throw up and good. She'll have one more. And second one misses. And a foolish foul on the Thunderwolves in the backcourt, but that's only team foul number 4, luckily for them. Foul on Hine is her first. So Thunderwolves did have a foul to give. Rohr is out, Beagley back in. 21-9, Adams State with a 12-point lead. Inbounds pass in the backcourt to Amber So. Gets it ahead. Feed it up onto the right wing. They got a chance here. In from the right, shot at the buzzer, missed. They had a point-blank opportunity, but Angelica Wall could not get it to drop. Good start for the Grizzlies. At the end of one, they lead it 21-9. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo.
The home of the Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves is here. Fox Sports 1350. KCCY Pueblo.
And welcome back to Massari Arena. Number of firsts there in that first quarter for the Thunderwolves. That is their lowest output of the year in the first quarter. 9 points. Their previous low was 10 against Lubbock Christian, the game they lost. Most points by an opponent in the first quarter, 21. And their biggest deficit after one quarter. Here is a shot from the corner. Csu misses the three-pointer. Long rebound. Back the other way comes Adams State. They lead it 21-9. Feed up top, McHenry. Down inside, turning, facing, back pass on the wing. Comes right back to the passer, missed it. Ball batted on the baseline. Arrieta can't control the rebound. From a tough angle, it ends up being a great pass as the shot was an air ball, but it dropped right into the lap of Nicole Broyles, and she hits. 23-9. Adams State on top. Csu, nice pass to Hine, but she traveled with the ball. That is turnover number 4 on the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves 2 of 17 in the first quarter. That's 12%. Adams State was 7 of 13. That's 54%. Ball on the right side. Here's McHenry. Adams State playing with a lot of confidence. Well, wouldn't you too? You're up by 14 on the road after winning last night. Here's a feed inside. Ball knocked away, but it comes right into the hands of Broyles. She starts to drive and then lost it to McHenry, trying to feed her coming in from the right. She was in. Just lost control of Piper back in, playing with those 2 personal fouls. Jasmine Johnson reports out. 23-9. Adams State with the 14-point lead. Arrieta brings it across the timeline. This zone giving the Thunderwolves a lot of trouble. Piper drives the baseline in. Shot blocked. Beautiful block there. Here's a fast break opportunity. Feed down low. Brown backs her way in. Left, missed it. Piper with a rebound. Might have been blocked there by Rohr. Piper now feeds it ahead to Csu. Races in from the left. Goes all the way in. Lays it in. Csu Anderson as the Thunderwolves get out on the break. Give the assist to Piper. It's 23-11. Adams up by 12. Here's McHenry. Starts to drive. Goes right around Piper. Layup good. Nice move by Sydney McHenry. She has 8. 25-11. Adams State by 14. They keep the pressure on. Here's Piper on the right wing. Now to Arrieta. Arrieta drives into the paint. Kicks it outside into the corner. Hine back to Csu. Csu moves in. Goes down low. Rohr is wide open. Shot stripped and stolen from behind by Jonette Brown. And then she has the ball knocked away. Piper might get ticketed with her 3rd foul here. Let's see what happens. Bodies all over the place. Yep, foul is on Adams State. As Piper, it was a question there whether she got to the ball first and then was fouled, and the foul will be on Sydney McHenry. And McHenry comes up gimpy on the play. Might have rolled an ankle. So Thunderwolves to trigger it in. Get in high and wide open down the lane. Missed a layup. Roar with the rebound. She banks it in. And a whistle and a foul. So the bucket will count, and Roar will go to the free throw line. A chance for the three-point play. And it's on Jeanette Brown, her first. Foul number 2, rather, on Brown, beg your pardon. So she'll have to come out of the game. And checking in, Lauren McDonald, freshman out of Salida. Here's Roar, chance for the three-point play on the year, 65% from the free throw line. Swish. Roar out. Megan White back. She missed last week with a concussion. Didn't play last night, but she's back here tonight. Here's the ball along the baseline. Turnover on Adams State. Thunderwolves pressure results in the turnover. Turnover number 5 on the Grizzlies. 25-14. Adams State leads it by 11. Thunderwolves trying to get it under 10 here on this trip as they start to mount the comeback, or attempt to. Here's Tule-Su. Been a little hesitant to shoot after missing a couple early shots. Left side, Hines open. Lobs it underneath the White. Back out to Arietta. Fakes, drives into the paint. Outside, here's Hines. Little 10-footer up, in and out. No good. Thunderwolves passing up some good looks to try to get an even better look. Here's Wilkes. And threw the ball away, but it comes right outside the Jaycox. Jaycox works around a screen, tried to launch the three, can't get it off. She needs a lot of room to get a three off. Here's a feed into the paint. Down the lane, running right-hander by Royals, no good. And the rebound to Arietta. Thunderwolves now run it up ahead. Anderson on the left wing, stops, won't pop, skips it cross court to Piper, up top to Arietta. Now left side, Tule-Su. She's got to step into that. She won't do it. Hines going to launch one from the corner. It's an air ball. Piper on the baseline, rips it free, gets it outside to Arietta. Up top to Tule-Su. This time she launches the three, missed it. Tule-Su lacking a little confidence. The ball goes out of bounds. You can't. It's got to be Thunderwolves' ball here. Stepping out of bounds with Adams State. They signaled Adams State ball, but it is the Thunderwolves' ball. The ball was rebounded on baseline. In the old days, they might have called that a force out, but it was not enough contact to call a foul, so they just let it go out of bounds. Hine to trigger it in. Goes way outside to Tule-Su. Starts a drive to the free throw line. Outside Arietta open. Three-pointer on the way. Looks long. It is off the back iron. Hits the top of the backboard. No good. Rebound. Good and a foul. It'll count as Lauren Hine inside, imposing her will, got the rebound, banked it in, and was fouled. So another chance for a three-point play here for the Thunderwolves. Haven't posted who the foul was on. Here's Hines. Free throw is up the back iron, no good. Ball batted out of bounds. And last touch by Piper. I think the foul was on Broyles. Timeout taken by Adams State. 6:41 to go here in the first half. And the Thunderwolves trail it 25-16 to Adams State. It's a full timeout on Fox Sports Pueblo. Well, they signaled full timeout, but they fooled us. They brought everybody out on the court after 30 seconds. Adams State with the ball here. And there's an offensive foul. Set a legal screen at the top by Maddie Marshall. Excuse me, they're going to call it on Nicole Broyles underneath. That's her third foul. So that's even more damaging. Here to Adams State. That's their fourth team foul of the quarter. Thunderwolves have yet to commit a team foul here in the second quarter. Thunderwolves trying to claw their way back into the game. They're down by 14 earlier. They've got it within 9. 25-16. Arietta brings it across the timeline. Goes up top to Tule-Su into the corner to Hine. Hine holds it there, skips it way out top to Piper. Piper starts a drive, bumped, loses control of the ball, and they tie things up. Alternating possession belongs to Adams State.
Hey, D, when they're not 1-1, they're in 2-3. Okay?
Jaycox with the ball out front for the Grizzlies. To the high post here to Marshall. Now hands it back outside to Allen. Onto the left wing to Wilkes. They skip it cross court on the right wing. Driving in with the ball, McHenry. Back pass to Allen. Now behind the back dribble here is Jaycox down the lane. Lost control, stolen by Piper. Ahead of the field is Csu-Pueblo. In from the right, layup. No, she left it short, no call. I think Csu-Pueblo feels like she got fouled on the play. They didn't call it there. Then the Thunderwolves go over the back, and that is very damaging to the Thunderwolves because Piper picks up her third foul. Here in the backcourt, Allen gets it up across the timeline. Nice play there by Hine to knock the ball out of bounds. Lambert in, and Piper out. 25-16. Thunderwolves now go to a trap as they try to pick up the intensity. Bad pass knocked away. Lambert has the steal, then it's stolen right back from her by McHenry. And she fires it up ahead. Ball's loose on the deck, picked up by Jaycox. I mean, it is wild scramble out there right now. Up top to McHenry on the left side. Three-pointer by Jaycox, way off the mark. Long rebound, Csu-Pueblo has it. Thunderwolves can run here, 3-on-2. Csu-Pueblo on the left wing, starts to drive, in from the left, stops and pops and rims in and out, no good. Back the other way comes Adam State. Almost a foul in the backcourt, but the Thunderwolves get away with it. Wilkes fires it ahead onto the baseline. Marshall drives in, shot block, foul on the Thunderwolves. And that foul is going to be on Megan White, I do believe. And indeed it is on Megan White. It'll be a couple free throws upcoming for Adam State here. So Maddie Marshall to the free throw line. 1 out of 2 on an earlier trip. Free throw good. Her second point of the game. Gets the lead back to double figures. One more for Marshall. Freshman out of Spring Creek, Nevada. It's good. Grizzlies weathered a little bit of the storm here. Got the lead back to 11. Here's White, feeds it up ahead to Lambert. Chases it down in the corner. Now gives it to Arrieta. She's open, 15-footer good. Arrieta, a little mid-range flip. Makes it 27-18. Pressure in the backcourt. Thunderwolves make the steal. Csu drives the baseline. In from the right. Left-hand left. Missed another one. Gets her own rebound. Dribbles it out of there. Feeds it up top to White. She's open. 3-ball on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Adam State with 4 players there to get the rebound. Back the other way comes McHenry. Across the timeline. Starts to drive. Cut off. Outside to Wilkes. Wilkes with the right-hand dribble. Wants to settle things down here with 4:16 to go in the first half. Thunderwolves trail it 27-18. Marshall at the high post. Now steps back to the top of the key onto the right side. Starting a drive there is Land. And she walked to the ball. So it's Thunderwolves ball. Inbounds timeout to Arrieta. Arrieta will bring it across the timeline now for the Thunderwolves. Up top to Arrieta, now to White, left side Csu-Pueblo. Long three-pointer off the back iron, no good. Lambert with a rebound on the baseline. Outside Arrieta, now to Csu-Pueblo. Csu-Pueblo starts to drive, pulls up, little mid-range flip, left it short. Rebound batted outside. Csu-Pueblo Anderson, not herself tonight. It's been a struggle so far for her. Back the other way comes Wilkes. Now giving the ball off to McHenry. Step back jumper on the wing. Missed it. Rebound to Lambert. And timeout Thunderwolves. This will be a 30. 3:26 to go in the first half. Thunderwolves trail it by 9 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 27-18. Thunderwolves down by 9. Shannon Patterson into the ball game along with Jasmine Johnson here.
Yeah, this could be going to be a lot
get
more
something
time.
done. Here's Hine, free throw line jumper, in and out, no good. I'm telling you that rim's
getting
cursed.
some base, getting down there and
Back the other way. Here's Wilkes at the top of the key. Onto the left side. Land with it. Now up top, three-pointer on the way by Wilkes off the back iron. Rebound underneath. Loose. Got to be a foul on Adam State. As good position underneath by Jasmine Johnson to get the rebound, and she was knocked to the deck. That's going to be free throws on the other end. So we make the long walk with 3 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Thunderwolves down 27-18.
Yes.
Well, Jasmine Johnson at the line. First free throw is up and good. Jasmine Johnson, kind of a one-and-done type player for the Thunderwolves this year, transfer student. Played her high school ball at Denver's George Washington High School. Second toss, good. 27-20. Thunderwolves within 7. Here's pressure in the forecourt. Wilkes able to get out of the trap. Onto the right side, gets the return feed at the top of the key. She can launch a 3-ball. It's good. DeShea Wilkes from downtown. Lead back to 10, 30-20. Adams State on top. Here's Arrieta. Tees it up to Rohr. Into the corner to Arrieta. Can't get the jumper off. Skips across court. Way up top to Johnson. She drives on the wing. Now outside to Patterson. Up top, Arrieta fakes the three-pointer. Moves in. Pulls up. Little pass in the lane to Rohr. Down the lane. Missed the layup. Rebound comes outside. Johnson chases it down for the Thunderwolves. Now to the right side. Johnson open for 3. Can't get the shot off, though. Now to Patterson. Hind. Free throw line. Goes underneath the Rohr. Right-hand hook. Left it short. And the rebound to Adams State. Long feed up ahead on the left wing. Jaycox with it. Starts to drive around Johnson. Cut off there. Goes outside. McHenry wanted to shoot the 3. Covered up by Arrieta. They work the ball around the perimeter. Wilkes now right side to Marshall. Now gives it off to Henry. Starts to drive and a reach-in foul on the Thunderwolves. Foul on D is her first.
Hey, who's on the sideline?
So it'll be McHenry to trigger it in across the way.
Go, Jasper, go! Go, D!
Inbounds pass. Thunderwolves looking at. Oh, my goodness gracious. There are touch fouls, and then there are touch fouls, and that was the ultimate ticky, touchy foul. My goodness. Here's Jaycox on the left wing. Step back jumper. It's off the back iron. No good. Arrieta skies for the rebound. Comes out of there, and then she's fouled in the back. Now that's a foul. My goodness. So it'll be Arrieta to the free throw line. D on the year. Only 50% to this point. 3 of 6. Free throw up off the back iron, no good.
Number 10, Ariana Barnes.
One more for D. Arrieta, the senior out of Pueblo West. Second toss. Got that one. So 1 out of 2 on this trip. 30-21.
Here we go, Shannon.
Beasley checks in. Rohr comes out. Thunderwolves go to their press defense here. Full court. Trying to up the intensity. Feed up ahead on the left wing. Almost got the travel. Now the feed up top. They work the ball around the perimeter. Into the corner. Open 3-ball on the way. And the left hand push is up and good by Amber So. Her second triple of the game. 33-21. Ball knocked away. Adams almost got the steal on the other end. 5 3-pointers here in the first half by Adams State. They have a 12-point lead. Here's Patterson way outside. Goes left side to Johnson. Now lobs it up to Arrieta. Arrieta lobs it across to Johnson. She'll drive the baseline. She's in. Goes up and under. Missed it. Foul. 2 shots upcoming. Foul on Marshall. Second foul on Marshall. So it'll be 2 shots for Jasmine Johnson. She's 3 of 4 from the stripe tonight. Free throw on the way. It's the front iron and bounces through there. 33-22. Thunderwolves back to within 11 here. Adams' biggest lead of the game has been 14 when they led it at 23-9 and then again at 25-11. Second toss, good. Johnson giving the Thunderwolves a big lift off the bench. She has 5. She's in for Ashley Piper, who has those 3 fouls. Thunderwolves have full court pressure here. Adams breaks it. They get it across the timeline. So with it, and then she lost it out of bounds. Evidently last touch by the Thunderwolves. I think it was the right call, but I think both officials guessed. That was the old 50-50 call. I'll give it to Adams. But they were right. Here is ball on the left side. Right side, rather. McHenry with it on the wing. Starts a drive. Goes right around Johnson. But Johnson reaches around, pokes it out of bounds. Down to a minute to go here in the second quarter. 33-23. Adams State with the 10-point lead. 14 on the shot clock. Inbounds on the baseline. They work it all around the perimeter. Up top to Wilkes. Now on the left side, little give and go play down low to McDonald. Turns, missed it. And the rebound to Hine. Finds a guard in Arrieta. Arrieta fires it ahead now to Johnson. Has the ball knocked away and stolen, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Adams State. Good play there on defense by Amber So. Allen into the ball game. McHenry will come out now for Adams State. 44 seconds to go. 25 on the shot clock here. Thunderbolts a chance for the 2-for-1 here. Johnson in the corner. Tried to get it to Hine, threw it away. Terrible pass, but then Johnson steals it right back. Goes up top. Now here is Csu-Pueblo starting a drive to the free throw line. Nice between defenders. She was bumped. That's got to be a foul. Oh, they call her for traveling. One ref was going to call a foul out here. But Jess Martinez says, nope, travel. I think Carlos Torres, well, I'm not sure which one's Carlos and which one's Leon, so we won't say which one it was. Ball on the left side, starting a drive, So in from left, shot blocked by the Thunderwolves. Arrieta now, bring it across the timeline, races to the right wing, back pass to Johnson, long three ball on the way, swish! Jasmine Johnson! To say downtown is an understatement. 33-26, 2 seconds to go. Here's Wilkes from the top of the key, banks it up, no. Well, an otherwise poor first half for the Thunderwolves, but Jasmine Johnson gives them a lift going to the locker room as she nails the three-pointer. Halftime from Massari Arena, Adams State. Big surprise, they lead it 33-26. Tony Wright with our halftime scoreboard show on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Hey, Jim, real quickly, before I turn it back over to you, of course, they had the Division II NCAA football championship today in Northwest Missouri. No problem beating Shepherd 34-7. Of course, that's where you were last year at this time, Kansas City.
Oh, memories. I miss Oklahoma Joe's and the barbecue, Tony, but...
no, that's right.
So I had to live with Popeyes today. Free mention of Popeyes, but it just wasn't quite Oklahoma Joe's, but we'll do. Nick Journey sitting right next to me. He misses Oklahoma Joe's too. Eating out of the old garage. Barbecued ribs, brisket, potato salad, coleslaw, whatever you wanted. Man. God, I'm depressed now. Thunderwolves are down 7. Even more depressing. See if the Thunderwolves can break us out of this funk. 33-26 at halftime. Adams State, they earned their lead at halftime. Jay Cox and McHenry with 8 apiece. Both with 2 3-pointers. Thunderwolves get the ball first to start this second half. See the kind of energy they bring to the table here. Ashley Piper back in the game with those 3 personal fouls. Thunderwolves with their original starting 5. Here's Adams State. Here we go. Adams State stays in this zone, giving the Thunderwolves all kinds of trouble. Here is Arrieta for 3. Missed it. And the rebound underneath, foul going over the back on Adams State. Foul will be on Jonette Brown. That'll be her 3rd. That's good position down on the block by Molly Rohr. Piper to trigger it in. Lobs it in to Rohr underneath. Good on a foul. It'll count. Excellent start to the second half for the Thunderwolves. And the foul is on McHenry. That's her 2nd. So Rohr at the line, a chance to complete the 3-point play. Free throw up, off the back iron, no good. Hine has the rebound. Rips it outside. Csu-Pueblo fakes the 3, gives it to Arrieta. Arrieta back to Csu-Pueblo. Down in the corner to Hine. Hine to Csu-Pueblo, fakes the 3-pointer, drives, now goes left side to Piper. Piper holds it. Now up top to Arrieta. Right side to Csu-Pueblo on the wing. Lob it down to the baseline. Inside, open. Hine foul. Thunderwolves will get to the free throw line again. And another foul on Adams State. This will be on Jonette Brown. That's her 4th. And that'll send Lauren Hine to the free throw line to shoot a pair. Thunderwolves in the first half from the free throw line were 10 out of 14. Make it 10 out of 15 now for the game as they missed that first. Hine here from the line. Free throw good. Lauren, 66% on the year. She's 1 out of 2 from the stripe tonight. It's 33-29. Thunderwolves within 4. Chance to get within 3. Here is Hine. Eyes her second free throw. It's good. Hine was 6, and it's a 33-30 game. Thunderwolves will just go a little man-to-man pressure here full court. Cox breaks it. She's on to the right wing. Drives the baseline. Feeds into the corner. 3 ball on the way. High arch. No good. Rebound to Roar. Outlet pass to Arietta. She brings it across the timeline for the Pack. She's at the top of the key. Goes right side. Tule-Su won't take the jumper. Goes to the baseline to High. Now outside to Arietta. Left side to Piper. Piper up top to Arietta. Lobs it to Roar at free throw line. Nice dish underneath the High. She's in, but missed the banker. And the rebound to Merschel. Point blank opportunity there. Maybe Hine probably should have went with the left hand. She tried to shoot it with the right hand and missed it badly. Up top. Onto the right side. Faking. Now driving the baseline. Cut off is Broyles. Now gives it to McHenry. McHenry up top to Jaycox. Goes behind the back of the dribble. Down the lane. And they're going to call a foul evidently on Arietta here. Blocking foul on Arietta. That's her second. First team foul on the Thunderwolves. Inbounds pass comes to Jaycox. They work it up top to Broyles. Now on the left side into the corner to McHenry. Little give and go. Ball knocked away out of bounds. Last touch by Adams State. As Merschel couldn't control the pass, he was pressured from behind. Thunderwolves with the ball here. Trailing by 3. 33-30. They've scored the first 4 points here of the second half. Tule-Su up top to Piper. Piper goes back to Tule-Su Anderson. Fakes, now starts to drive to the baseline and lost it out of bounds. Tule-Su Anderson is not herself tonight by any stretch of the imagination. Hit her first three-pointer of the game, and since then it's just been a struggle. Ball outside, McHenry. Now onto the left wing, driving in with it, McDonald. Aids it off to McHenry. McHenry gives it off to Jaycox. Jaycox lobs it to the block. Turning, facing. Broyles goes up, spins with the left hand and banks it in. Nice move by Nicole Broyles. She has 4. 35-30. Adams State back on top by 5. Quick feed up ahead to Piper on the left wing. Starts to drive to the baseline. And she's in. Shot blocked. Gets her own rebound. Lost it out of bounds, but it was last touch by Adams State. Piper on the inbounds. Lobs it outside to Tule-Su. Back. Return feed to Roar. Couldn't handle it. Stolen away by Jaycox. She brings it across the timeline for the Grizzlies. Stops at the top of the key. Now hands it off to McHenry. McHenry lobs it down to the baseline. With the ball there, Broyles comes back up top to McDonald. Left side, here's Jaycox for 3. Got it. 3-pointer. Jaycox with 12, and it's 38-30. Pressure in the forecourt foul on the Grizzlies. Foul on Broyles. That's her 4th. So Brown with 4, Broyles with 4. Into the game, DeShea Wilkes. The Thunderwolves had that lead down to 3, had a couple of possessions. Couldn't get it done, and now Adams State's up by 8. They only led it by 7 at halftime. Here's the feed into the corner behind. Down low, Roar. She was open, wouldn't take it. Goes to Arietta up top. Here's Lambert for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound to Roar, and she has the ball knocked away and stolen. Back comes Adams State. Here's Jaycox. Feed ahead of the field. McHenry stepped on the sideline, or the baseline rather. Pass was a little too far for her to handle. She was able to chase it down, but her right foot stepped on the baseline. Back come the Thunderwolves here. Down by 8 with 6:55 to go in the third quarter. Left side, Lambert to the baseline to Roar. To Lambert. Now up top to Arietta. Down low, Roar on the baseline. Open 10-footer. Missed it. Air ball. Rebound to Hines. Saves it outside to Lambert. Up top to Arietta. Whistle. They reset the shot clock in error.
So, okay,
So they're going to leave the shot clock at 14. Reset it to 14. They thought about running another 2 off, but they elect to leave it there. Inbounds pass comes to Piper. On the right wing, gives it off to Arrieta. Now left side to Lambert. To Arrieta. Piper, right side. Thunderwolves just cannot get any threes off. Here's Piper, drive into the hoop. Takes it in there. Nice move by Ashley Piper. She has 4. 38-32. Here comes Jaycox back the other way for Adams State. Hands the ball off to McHenry. On the wing, drives around the screen, stops and pops in the lane, left it way short. Rebound loose in the lane. Piper has it. She's going to race it out of there herself, and she's bumped in the backcourt by McHenry and draws the foul. Foul number 3 on McHenry. Timeout taken by the Grizzlies. Larry Joe Hunt sensing things not going his way right here. It's full timeout. Thunderwolves basketball. They're down by 6 on Fox Sports Pueblo. 38-32 our score. Thunderwolves tonight, shooting percentage at our last check, 18% for the game. Adams State at 41%. Here's Piper at the line. Free throw in and out, no good. Thunderwolves from the line tonight. I'll have to find it here. My live stats crashed on me. We'll get it back here. Second toss good by Piper. So 1 out of 2. Roar out, Moore in. It's 38-33. Thunderwolves now 12 of 70. Make it 13 out of 19 from the line tonight. Here's McHenry on the left wing. Drives in. Hands it off to Jaycox. Jaycox dribbles around the perimeter, goes outside. Long three-pointer on the way off the mark. Air ball, but it comes right back into the hands of Adams State. They miss him. Piper rips down the rebound. She's going to race it out of there herself across the timeline. In from the right. Nobody stops her layup. No, but a blocking foul. And Piper's hurt, but I think she's going to be all right. She just kind of grimaced for a moment there. Thought she might be really hurt, but just a hard foul. The foul on Deshea Wilkes. Nobody cut off Piper. She just took it all the way in, drew the foul. Kind of holding that left forearm. Officials nicely giving Ashley a moment to kind of gather herself. Now she has handed the ball from the line. Free throw up and good. Bulls trying to make that slow slog back in the ball game here again. Throw up and good. Piper with 7. It's 38-35. 5:44 to go here in the third quarter. Jim Turgeon maybe sensing this is the time of the game to make a run here. His team's down by 3. Allen will bring it across the timeline. Thunderwolves have only committed 1 team foul in here in this quarter, so they could have a chance to be a little aggressive. Piper can't. She's got 3. They drive right around her. Here's a running right-hander up and good. That was just Deshea Wilkes knowing the situation. Piper, with those 3 personal fouls, couldn't really contest. It's 40-35. Here's Arrieta. Gets it ahead. Moore with it. Turns. Faces. Hands it off to Arrieta. Left side to Piper. Open. 3 ball and away. That's way off the mark. Long rebound. And it's taken away by McHenry. McHenry will bring it across the timeline for the Grizzlies. Up by 5. And the ball off to Allen. Now to Jaycox. Step back 3. High arch rainbow off the back iron. No good. On the rebound to Piper. Outlet pass to Arrieta. She'll bring it across the timeline. Onto the right wing. Cut off there, but now drives into the paint. Running right hander. Up off the back iron. No good. And the rebound to Allen. Foul on the Thunderwolves. Foul on Lauren Hine. That's her second team foul on the Thunderwolves. Piper out, Johnson in for the Thunderwolves. What a lift she gave the Pack in the first half. 8 points off the bench. Across the timeline with it. Allen dribbling between her legs. Now goes outside to Wilkes. Jaycox up top. Driving in with it, Allen. Spins on the right wing. Goes up, shot blocked by Moore in the rebound to Hine. Outlet pass to Arietta. 5-point lead here for Adams State. Thunderwolves trying to cut into it. Here's Johnson. 3 ball on the left wing. Off the back iron, no good. Long rebound in the corner. Chase down there by Wilkes. And Wilkes will bring it across the timeline for the Grizzlies to the free throw line. In from the right. Feeds it into the corner. Jay Cox for 3. Off the back iron. Long rebound to Adams State. On the left wing, So drives the baseline. Step back, jumper on the baseline, off the back iron, and gets over the rim and drops through there. 42-35. 4 in a row by the Grizzlies to get the lead back to 7. That was the lead at halftime. Here's Arietta, moves in, goes left side to Johnson. Lobs it inside to Hine. Nice back pass to Moore. In from the left, layup good. Angie Moore with her first bucket of the game. 42-37. 5-point lead for the Grizzlies. Quickly back the other way. Wilkes in for the right, foul on Lambert. First foul on Mariana. And we have immediate timeout. 3:35 to go here in the third quarter. Adams State, they're still on top. They lead it by 5. Thunderwolves basketball on Fox Sports Pueblo. 42-37. Thunderwolves down by 5. Thunderwolves trailed by 7 at halftime. Got it down to a 3-point game. Couldn't get any closer. There's a ball loose, and the Thunderwolves have the steal. Off the inbounds. Arietta has the ball ripped free, but it comes right to Johnson. Johnson now on the wing. Left side to Tule-Sue Anderson. Skips it cross court to Arietta. Now to the high post to Moore. Turns, faces, surrounded, goes to Arietta. She's open. 3 ball on the way. Short. Hits the top of the backboard. No good. Hine with the rebound. Dishes it off to Moore. In from the right. Missed it. No call. Rebound on the baseline to Allen. Long outlet feed on the left wing. To So. Up top. Fans want travel. They don't call it. Moving in. And the ball up top. Into the corner. Now they skip it way out top to McHenry. McHenry on the left wing to So. So up top. Now they work it over on the right side to McHenry. Drives the baseline. She's in. Layup good. McHenry with 10. 44-37. Lead back to 7 for the Grizzlies. Long feed up ahead to Tule-Sue on the left wing. Onto the right side, Johnson fakes the 3, can't get it off. Now to Arietta, high post to Hine, turns, faces, ball knocked away, comes right outside to Arietta. Right side to Johnson, fakes the 3-pointer, drives the baseline, goes up and under, layup good. Jasmine Johnson, double figures with 10, her season high by far, 44-39, back to a 5-point lead. Here in the paint, Allen pulls up, jumper, no good. Moore with the rebound, gets the outlet pass to Johnson, but lost it. And it's loose on the deck. Moore has it. Loose ball comes to Arietta. Arietta across the timeline. 3-on-2 here for the Thunderwolves. Nice dish to Hine, banks it in. Here come the Thunderwolves. They're within 3. It's 44-41. At the top of the key. Bland has the ball knocked away. Tule-Sue going for the steal. That's going to be a foul on, or it's a backcourt violation called on Adams State. So the defensive intensity kicking up here for the Thunderwolves. Tule-Sue, she's had an off night offensively, but made a good play there to make the steal. But then they called backcourt on McHenry, as Tule-Sue never had the ball cleanly. And once McHenry gathered it in the backcourt, they called her for backcourt violation. Here's Arietta. Hounded outside. Gives it off to Johnson. Now to Tule-Sue. Starts a drive. Cut off. Up top to Arietta. Arietta back to Tule-Sue. Starts a drive to the baseline. She's in. Running left-hander cut. Tule-Sue Anderson with 7. 44-43. Thunderwolves within 1. McHenry at the top of the key. Stops and pops from 18. Off the iron, no good. Moore with a rebound. Rips it away. Gets it ahead to Arietta. Arietta has Johnson streaking in from the right. Finds her. Layup. Good! Johnson with 12 brilliant assists from D. Arietta. Thunderwolves have the lead, 45-44. Here's McHenry down the lane, and she is fouled. And the foul will be on Maddie Beagley. So to the line, Sydney McHenry to shoot a pair. On the year, 77% from the line. Adams State, they've only shot 6 free throws tonight. 4 of 6 to this point. Free throw on the way. Good. Ties the game up at 45 apiece. Second toss, good. 12 points for McHenry. 46-45. Adams State on top by 1. Here's Johnson, 2-on-1. Here's Csu-Pueblo in from the left. Layup, good. Anderson with 9. 47-46. Thunderwolves back on top by 1. Only their second lead of the night. There's going to be a hand check foul on Csu-Pueblo Anderson. And a technical foul on Csu-Pueblo.
Also a technical foul on Csu-Pueblo Anderson.
That'll count as a personal foul as well. So we're going to get 4 free throws here for Adams State coming up. So to the line, Jaycox. First free throw up, good.
Ball's on the side.
Second toss, swish.
Return to Thunderwolf line, number 13, Ashley Piper.
So those are the 2 technicals. Makes it 48-47. And now Jaycox to shoot a pair. Free throw good. She's in rhythm. Free throw up. Good. So she hits 4 straight, 16 in the game. And Adams State back on top by 3, 50-47. Here's Piper in the backcourt. Gets it ahead now to Moore. Up to Johnson on the right wing. Now to Arrieta. Moves in, steps into a 3-ball. Missed it. Moore had the rebound, lost it, regains it. In traffic. Dribbles out of there. Gets it outside to Arrieta. Arrieta left side to Piper. Down to the baseline to Moore. Moore holds it, skips across court to Johnson. In from the left, down the lane, running right-hander, up and good. Jasmine Johnson with 14. It's 50-49. Thunderwolves within 1. 15 seconds to go in the quarter here. Adams State for the last shot. Up top. Now onto the left wing to Allen. She starts to drive, pulls up from the free throw line, hands it offside. McHenry for 3, off the iron, no good. Rebound underneath to Johnson. Hits the outlet pass to Arrieta. 1 second to go. Arrieta doesn't realize it, doesn't get the shot off. There's the buzzer to end the quarter. All in all, it's a good one for the Thunderwolves. They fight themselves back into the ball game. They trail it by 1 as we head to the 4th quarter on Fox Sports Pueblo.
We are Fox. The home of the Csu-Pueblo Thunderwolves is here. Fox Sports 1350. KCCY Pueblo. Let's do it.
Let's do it indeed. 4th quarter here from Massari Arena. Adams State gets the ball first. They lead it by 1, 50-49. Here's Jaycox way outside. Now the Thunderwolves go into the trap, trying to get the steal. Johnson reaches in to tie it up. Alternating possession of the Thunderwolves. So the Thunderwolves with 23 points there in that 4th quarter. To get themselves back into it here. Arrieta will bring it across the timeline. A bucket here gets them the lead. Into the corner. Here's a 3-pointer on the way. Off the back iron. Long rebound. Chased down by Arrieta off the miss by Johnson. Bigley down low to Moore. Wheels. Goes up with the right hand. Missed the banker. And the rebound belongs to Adams State. Jaycox will bring it across the timeline. To the top of the key. Stops there. Now hands the ball off. With the ball now, Broyles. She starts a drive in from the right. Shot blocked by Moore. Rebound to Johnson. She'll bring it across the timeline. 3-on-2 break. Johnson gives it to Moore. Back to Piper. Piper now drives into the paint. She's up and under. Layup good. Ashley Piper with 9. 51-50. 5th lead change here of the last couple of minutes of this game. Thunderwolves lead at 51-50. Ball out top. We went the whole game without a lead change till late in the 3rd quarter. Now we've had 5 of them. as we go back and forth. Here's the ball in the wing. Marshall with it. Cut off. Into the corner. Brown drives the baseline. Cut off foul on the Thunderwolves. Remember, the fouls reset at the end of each quarter. So that's the first team foul of the fourth quarter. Ellen Beagley is her second. Inbounds pass to Jaycox. Now outside to Broyles. Into the corner. Here's a three-pointer on the way. It's short, long rebound in the corner. Chased down by Jaycox. She pops from downtown. Off the back iron. No good. Piper the rebound. Thunderwolves with their first possession of the game with the lead. Here's Johnson on the right baseline. Cut off there. Surrounded. Goes to Piper. Piper now way up top to Arrieta. Arrieta will hold things up. Now goes right side to Johnson. Back to D. Onto the left side to Piper. Can't get the three off. Now goes up top to Johnson. Launches it inside to Moore. Outside. Here's Beagley for three. It's on the way. Off the iron. No good. And the rebound. Ball knocked away, but it comes right into Jaycox's hand. She fires it ahead to McHenry. She'll bring it across the timeline for the Grizzlies. Fires ahead left side. Ball knocked away by Johnson. Can't get the steal, though. Jaycox has it. She drives. She's in. Layup left it short. Rebound to Piper. Outlet pass to Arrieta. Arrieta wants to push the pace. Brings it across the timeline. Now will slow things down. Thunderwolves lead it 51-50. 7:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Piper up top to Jasmine Johnson. Backdoor feed left side. Arrieta can't get in. Now drives outside to the wing. Up top. Now down low. Moore turns. Faces a nice dish underneath the Beagley. Goes up. Whistle foul on Adams State before the shot could be launched. Foul number 4 on McHenry. Lauren Hine back in the game. Beagley will come out. So Thunderwolves with possession. Piper to trigger it in. Goes way outside to Johnson. Johnson to Piper. Piper drives the baseline. Cut off. Blocking foul. And that might be all. Nope. Called on Jaycox reaching in. I thought for a moment they might have called McHenry. She was kind of rubbing her forehead, saying, man, I just fouled out of the game. I can't believe it. But instead, it's foul number 3 on Jaycox. Inbounds pass. Moore is in. Right hand hook up and in. Angie Moore with 4, making a nice cut to the basket. Thunderwolves with their biggest lead of the game. They lead at 53-50. Here's Wilkes. Drives the baseline. Shot blocked! Jasmine Johnson, what hasn't she done tonight? She has 14 points, 3 rebounds, now a block shot and an assist off the bench. Who knew? Inbounds pass to Jaycox on the wing. Arrieta hounding her there. They get it up top to Wilkes. Launches from downtown. Off the iron, no good. Arrieta with a rebound. Arrieta pushes the pace as she always does. Has Piper streaking in from the right. Doesn't find her. Goes to Johnson instead for 3. It's good! Jasmine Johnson on fire! She has 17 points. 56-50. Thunderwolves by 6. And the ball off outside to Wilkes. Now up top. Here's Jaycox with it. Dribbles to the left wing. Cut off there. Adams State in a little disarray right now. So Wilkes. Ball knocked away. Stolen by Piper. Gets the outlet pass to Arrieta. Arrieta pushing the base. Fires it ahead to Piper. But the ball knocked away. Goes out of bounds. Good play there on defense by Allen to prevent the breakout by the Thunderwolves. Timeout, Adams State. 6:39 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves, they've gone on a 7-0 run to start the quarter. They lead it by 6 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
The home of the CSU Pueblo Thunderwolves is here. Fox Sports 1350. KCCY Pueblo.
56-50, Thunderwolves lead it by 6. They have the basketball. Arrieta brings it across the timeline. Onto the right side to Piper. Skip it cross court to Johnson. Down to the baseline to Moore. Tried to go inside to Hine, but the ball knocked away from behind by Broyles. It'll belong to the Thunderwolves. A little bit too lazy on that entry pass there. Piper slaps the ball. Gets it in to Moore. In for the left. Shot blocked. Ball loose on the deck. They tie it up. Alternating possession belongs to Adams State, I believe. It is Adams State basketball. Thunderwolves with that late flurry, they've upped their shooting percentage now up to 29%. Remember, they were mired in the teens for most of the game. On to the left side. Holding the ball there, Broyles. Oh, might have palmed it there. Got rid of it. Gets it outside. Here's Allen into the corner. Three-pointer, air ball. But it drops right into the hands. Layup, miss. Ball batted outside. Going to be chased down. Adams State going to get another opportunity off the miss by Allen. Give it to Jaycox. Jaycox now dribbling into the right. Three-pointer as the shot clock expires. They never made contact with the rim on all those point-blank opportunities, believe it or not. And the Thunderwolves get it on the shot clock violation. I got to pay closer attention. I didn't realize that. 5:50 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves lead it. It's 56-50. Arrieta brings it across the timeline. Right side to Johnson. Now to Arrieta. Steps in. Now goes to Johnson. She steps into another three. Got another one. Jasmine Johnson officially in fuego. 59-50. Thunderwolves by 9. Turn and face with the ball. Shot on the way. Off the back iron. No good. Hine had the rebound. Lost it. Batted it out of bounds. Off the miss by Lauren McDonald. Into the ball game. Amber So. McHenry back in with those 4 fouls. Broyles checks out. So it'll be Soda triggered in on the baseline. Gets it into the corner. To McDonald, now out top to Jaycox. She starts to, nifty little behind the back. Dribble, the ball is knocked away and stolen by Hine. Gets it to Rohr, and she hands it off to Arrieta. Arrieta now ahead to Piper. Piper drives the baseline. She's in and fouled. Oh, whistle, and a travel is called. Oh, wiping my eyes. I don't know what I just saw. Ball on the right side. Jiminy Christmas. Here's McHenry at the top of the key. On the right side to Jaycox. Backs out of there, lobs it underneath. With the ball, McDonald turns, shot block, foul on Rohr. Foul on Rohr is her first, and at the line, it'll be Lauren McDonald. 75% free throw shooter. That's her first point of the night.
Lock out!
That's the first point here of the fourth quarter. Bad rebound, loose on the deck. And what do we have here? Ball was loose on the deck. We got a whistle and a foul here on the Thunderwolves, evidently. Oh, my goodness. They call a foul on Lauren Hine. Jess Martinez, you're better than that. Oh, Adams State retains possession. Now we're going to get a foul on Arrieta, fighting through a screen. Third foul on Arrieta. 14 foul on the Thunderwolves. Thunderwolves going to take a timeout here to regroup. I think the men in stripes need to regroup. 4:41 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves by 8 on Fox Sports Pueblo.
Hey, mama said the way you move gonna make you sweat, gonna make you move.
Oh, Tony Wright breaking out the Zeppelin again. I like it. Here's So from the wing. Shot no good. She banked one in earlier in the game. This time she hit the bank, but it didn't go in. That's hard to try to bank one in from the baseline. That'd have been 2 for 2 if she'd have got that one to drop. Here's Piper. Into the corner to Rohr. Outside to Piper. Moves in. Outside to Arrieta. Right side to Johnson. Baseline to Rohr. To Johnson. Arrieta. Left side. Piper. Steps into a three. In and out, no good. Rebound comes outside. It's loose on the deck. Whistle, foul on Adams State. Foul on Jeanette Brown. Jeanette, I'm with you. I don't know where that foul came from. They called that one on the Thunderwolves. I don't know what happened to the fouls on the other end. I'm not seeing the same game. How about you, Nick? You seen the same game as I am? I don't know what's going on out there. Here's Piper on the inbounds. Lobs it way outside to Johnson. Jasmine, right side to Piper. Back to Jasmine Johnson. To Piper. 20 on the shot clock. Plenty of time here. 4 minutes to go in the game. Rohr, left side to Johnson. trying to get it to Hine on the block. She has it. Backs her way in, spins in the lane, shot blocked, whistle foul. It'll be 2 shots for Lauren Hine. That's the 5th foul on Nicole Broyles, and she's out of here. So Brown fouled out. Now Broyles is fouled out for Adams State. Lauren Hine, the freshman out of Loomis, California. Free throw up, off the back iron, no good. 2 of 4 from the stripe tonight, 66% on the year. Averages just under 10 points a game for the Thunderwolves. Second toss, swish. Beagley in, Hine will come out. It's 60-51. Thunderwolves up by 9. Adams State with 1 point in the quarter. Here's McHenry, drives the baseline, back pass, bad pass. Beagley had it, and then she's fouled. And the foul will be on Deshea Wilkes. Well, we're over the limit, so the Thunderwolves will walk down to the other end to shoot free throws here. Beagley to the line, 1 out of 2 from the stripe tonight. Shooting a pair here. Free throw up and in and out, no good. Ariana Barnes into the game now for Adams State, freshman out of Gilbert, Arizona. Second toss by Beagley. Spins that one in. Points in the game for Beagley. 10-point lead for the Thunderwolves, their biggest of the game. 61-51. 3:43 to go here in the fourth quarter. Thunderwolves looking for their 10th straight win. Way outside, Jaycox with it. Onto the right side. Marshall drives the baseline. She's in. Missed the layup, though, and Piper gets the rebound. Piper now gets it ahead now to Johnson. You know who our star of the game interview is going to be. Jasmine Johnson just waiting for the end of the game here. She has 20. Piper to the baseline to Moore. Now up top to Arietta. Piper wide open 3-ball. Swish. Piper with 12. 10 of them here in the second half. 64-51. Here's a drive to the hoop. Instead, a feed outside. 3-ball from the wing off the back iron. Goes over the top of the backboard. No good. Off the miss by Deshea Wilkes. Slaps her hands in frustration after the shot missed. Thunderwolves with the ball. Under 3 minutes to go now. They lead it 64-51. An incredible second half display here by the Thunderwolves. Arietta. And a bad pass. Stolen away by McHenry. McHenry brings it across the timeline at the top of the key. Starts driving, now goes outside. Moving in with it. Barnes stops, pops, hits. Ariana Barnes with the bucket. 64-53. Thunderwolves lead it by 11. 2:25 to play here in the fourth quarter. Up top, Piper down low. Moore is in. She goes up with the right hand hook and lays it in. Angie Moore with 6. Just muscled her way inside there for the hoop. 66-53. Thunderwolves by 13. Here's Jaycox, right side to Marshall. Now up top. Long 3 by Wilkes, no good. Rebound into the corner, goes out of bounds. It will belong to the Thunderwolves. Arietta could have grabbed it, but she elected just to let it go out of bounds. Back in the old days when I was on the stat crew, we hated team rebounds. I would have given that one to Arietta, even though you're really not supposed to. But who's going to check you after the game? Here's Arietta. Brings it across the timeline for the Thunderwolves. They lead at 66-53. Jasmine Johnson goes down inside. And again, it's more with the left hand. Off the back iron, no good. It won't go. And the rebound underneath to Wilkes. She'll bring it across the timeline. Fires it ahead on the left side. Driving in. Allen cut off. Walked with the ball 3 times, and they call it. Sooner or later, they were going to call her for walking there on that play. Inbounds pass to Arietta. Minute 35 to go. Thunderwolves lead at 66-53. Arietta across the timeline. Way outside goes to Piper on the wing. Now up top to Moore, down low. Hine takes a shove in the back, no call, and then they're going to call her for the offensive foul. Wouldn't you know it? And Hine knows it. Hine knows she got clobbered. They didn't call it when she got shoved in the back, and then she lowers the shoulder, and they call her for the foul. I've always told you, most referees, they're point guards. They'll let you bang the heck out of each other inside. Back the other way, Jaycox brings it across the timeline. Top of the key, steps into a three. High arch rainbow three is good. 19 for Jaycox. A little too late here for the Grizzlies. They're down by 10. Arietta gets it across the timeline. We've got a minute to go in the ball game right now. Riley Cookson in the game. Nice pass inside. Moore goes up. Good on a foul. Angie Moore with 8. All of them here in the second half. First foul on Angelica Wall, and it's Moore to the free throw line to shoot the free throws. Angie on the year, 63% free throw shooter. On the way, hits. Angie will come out of the ball game. Fans will give her a nice ovation here right behind us. 69-56. Thunderwolves lead it by 13. That matches their biggest lead of the game now on 3 different occasions. Jaycox, another step-back three-pointer. This time it's an air ball. Rebound to White on the baseline. Throws it into Hine and gets the outlet pass to Arietta. Under a minute to go now. We got 42 seconds to be exact. Arietta gets it across the timeline. Way outside. Hands the ball off to Johnson. Up top to Cookson. Down low. Again going up for the hoop. No good, but Megan White this time. And she'll go to the free throw line. Part of that Texas connection for the Thunderwolves. Megan out of Georgetown. Angie Moore out of Katy, Texas. Free throw up and good. As you mentioned, Megan White missed last week's road trip to Silver City. Concussion. Didn't play last night, but had some valuable minutes here tonight. Arabella DeAngelis into the game now for the Thunderwolves as well. Second toss good by Megan White. 71-56. Thunderwolves lead it by 15. Onto the right wing, faking, driving the baseline, cut off. Now they skip it way outside with the ball there. Wilkes onto the left side, moving in, can't get the shot off. Back to Wilkes. She will fire the three-pointer. It's off the back iron, no good. Rebound inside, good hustle by Allen, and she banks it up. No. Rebound on the baseline. No. Arietta with the rebound, and that will do it. Well, they're going to fire it ahead instead here to White. Down low. Here's Cookson on the baseline. In and out, no good. Ball loose on the deck. Oh, boy. Player's head hit the deck there for Adams State. Hope she's all right. Holding her side as well. Angelica Wall there. Forehead hit the deck pretty hard. Thunderwolves will inbound it here with a second and a half to go. Inbounds pass, drive in, shot on the way, no good at the buzzer by Chelsea Vallejos. Final score from Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win it 71-56. Back with our post-game show on Fox Sports Pueblo. Welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 71-56. And joining us now, our star of the game, Jasmine Johnson. She finishes the ball game with 20 points, 6 out of 8 from the field, including 3 3-pointers, 5 of 6 from the free throw line, 4 points, a steal, a block shot, an assist. What more could you ask for off the bench? Jasmine, welcome to the broadcast. A coming out party for you tonight here for the Thunderwolves.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Well, tell us about the ball game here tonight. You're kind of pressed into service with Ashley getting into some foul trouble. I know you've been getting some more minutes as the season's gone along. You probably never expect to have that big of a role, but once you got in there, something happened.
Definitely. I just think I was persistent in my role. Even if you don't get in the game, you just have to keep being detailed about everything you do so that when you do get out there, you make the most of your opportunity.
Well, it's been a long and winding road for you to finally end up here at Csu-Pueblo. Just tell us about a little bit about your background, how you ended up here.
I'm a senior. I've gone here for 4 years, and I tried out twice. The first time I didn't make the team, and then the second time I got a new coach, and he obviously gave me an opportunity.
Gave you a shot, and he's glad he did coming in here to the ball game here tonight. But you're out of George Washington High School in Denver. But tell us about the game tonight. It just seemed like you weren't forcing the action. It more or less kind of fell to you, and when you're open, you got to take the shot, right?
Yeah, he kept telling us tonight to be confident in our shooting, and I think even though I'm on the bench, I still need to listen to that and take that into the game when I get my chance. And I just tried to do that because you never know when you're going to get another opportunity.
Well, then of course, not only the 3-point shots were going for you, but you were able to take it to the hole a couple times and finish.
Yeah, that one surprised me, but I'm just glad I could either get the foul or get the bucket, like Coach always says.
Well, in this ball club right now, you're on a great roll. You've won 10 in a row.
Yeah.
It's the longest winning streak since 1975-76 for this ball club. You're kind of in uncharted territory, but as long as it keeps going, you just got to roll with it.
Yeah, we're just trying to take it 1 week at a time, 1 game at a time. So.
All right. Well, congratulations on the great ball game tonight. Go enjoy it.
Thank you very much.
All right. Merry Christmas to you, Jasmine Johnson, our star of the game. We'll come back. We'll talk to Jim Turgeon in 1 minute right after this on Fox Sports Pueblo. And welcome back to Massari Arena. Thunderwolves win the ball game 71-56. And joining us now, the head coach, Jim Turgeon. And Jim, it was a kind of a long and winding road to get into that victory. It was a struggle in the first half, to say the least. Your thoughts about the ball game?
Well, first of all, it was my fault. I hadn't seen them play 3-2 zone this year, and they were switching up 2-3, 3-2, and I didn't have the girls prepared. Doing this 27 years, it's easy for me to read, but when we got in at halftime, we were able to talk about it, and I gave them the keys to what to look for, and so we'd run the proper offense against the proper defense, and the girls are coachable, and they just they did so much better job second half.
And you got to give Adam State some credit, though, when they're hitting some shots when they needed some open shots out there, just enough to keep you at bay. But once you finally got over the top, I think that was the key. Once you got the lead, and then put the foot on the pedal a little bit there to get some acceleration.
Yeah, they played with a lot of confidence tonight. They got a big win on the road at Western last night. I think Western's pretty good, and you could tell they had more confidence tonight. And I knew they could shoot. I didn't know they could shoot 7 out of 10 the first half. But I think it's because of bad offense. We have bad offense, and then we can't get our defense set. And once we started playing better on offense, I thought our defense got better. And then they shot like I thought they would if we just played proper defense.
And then it's a great credit to your ball club when your star doesn't have a star type of night. Tule Sioux kind of struggled tonight, to say the least. That might be the understatement of the year. But then you get off the bench, Jasmine Johnson. I mean, you don't expect that, but you see her. But you're starting to play her a little bit more. But she really picked up the slack, not only because of Tule Sioux struggling, but Piper in foul trouble.
Yeah, Jasmine is very capable. It's interesting. She had a terrible shoot around, and I kind of got on her. I said, hey, they're going to play zone. I said, Jasmine, what do you do good? She goes, I shoot the ball, coach. And I said, okay, well, if you can play a little defense and pay attention here, you'll get your chance tonight. And, a lot of kids could have pouted, but she got ready to play, and she was just terrific. We know she's capable about that. She's our zone buster, and, I'm just so proud of her.
Well, you got to feel happy about getting this victory. A loss tonight would have been so damaging just to the psyche going into the Christmas holiday, a couple weeks off to have to stew on that. Now you get that 10th win in a row. Now you can kind of enjoy things for a few days.
Absolutely. I've been doing this a long time, and losing that last one before Christmas break, all you think about is getting back to practice. And, now the girls can relax a little bit, and they can brag about, what they've done the first half of the season instead of stewing themselves. So, but this group, I think it's special. I think it's a special group. I think that we need this break. I think they're tired. I'm tired. They're a little bit tired of each other. I think they'll come back with the proper attitude and ready to, pick up where we left off.
All right, buddy. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
Same to you, Jim.
Happy New Year. Jim Turgeon, the coach for the Thunderwolves. Back with the men's game. It all comes your way next on Fox Sports Pueblo.